Beef noodles, fried beef noodles, braised beef noodle soup. No, fried beef with noodles. No, stir fried beef with noodles. Beef, noodle, soup, beef, noodle, beef, noodle, noodle. Guys, I haven't lost my mind. These were all different menu items that sounded very similar when I tried out the China Lanzhou Beef Noodle restaurant at Defence Raya DHA Phase 6, Lahore. And speaking of Defence Raya, Lahore, I have lots to rant about this place. So keep on watching this video. If you've seen my last vlog, you'll know that I forgot to record the intro for all the videos I have done so far in Lahore. This is a new video, but same old setting, same old clothes that I was wearing in my last video. So I finally went to the Fairways commercial, I think that's what it's called, in DHA Phase 6. A lot of people have been raving about it, कि पता नहीं वो क्या है वो जगह, and you really have to go check it out, and it's the new in place to be at in Lahore. And even though personally I'm from Islamabad, I've been raised in Islamabad, and you would think Islamabadi burgers को ऐसी जगह अच्छी लगती होंगी. I personally don't like such places that are overhyped, over commercialized, and which are supposed to be the in places to be at. I personally usually avoid those places, but I did happen to see that they've got Lanzhou beef Lanzhou, I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce it. We do have a Lanzhou. We have two Lanzhou noodles in Islamabad, and I've never really tried that Chinese, authentic Chinese in Lahore before. So I really wanted to check that out. I wanted to see if it was the same as what you get in Islamabad. I've been told that it is better than the Islamabad one, so I really wanted to go check out that claim. Okay guys, first of all, what is this place? ये इन्होंने क्या बनाया है? मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रही. Like, is this some छोटा दुबई? जैसा कराची में बड़ा बुखारी, छोटा बुखारी. Is this like छोटा दुबई and दुबई वाला दुबई is बड़ा दुबई? I don't know what it is, but it's a real estate project. That's what it is. So what is there to hype about it? I don't understand. मैं थोड़ी सी weird हूँ कि मुझे जहाँ पे greenery होती है और natural scenery होती है, मुझे वो जगह खूबसूरत लगती हैं. मुझे concrete के plazas खड़े कर दो तो उसमें मुझे कोई I personally don't like anything about it. I get the hype. I get that उन्होंने बड़ी कोई vibey माहौल वाली एक जगह बना दी है, and people go there and they, I guess, chill. And there's a lot of restaurants there. That's the part I like. So they've got एक ही जगह पे काफी सारे restaurants. They have Desi, they have Chinese, they have Thai, they have Italian, they have I think I saw Lebanese as well. So they've got quite a variety of restaurants there. So I personally like that. A lot of people there, guys, वो सिर्फ वहाँ पे apparently views देखने आए हुए थे. If you're a guy, तो आपको पता होगा मैं किन views की बात कर रही हूँ. So I personally don't see कि उधर आप और जाके क्या करें other than to go and eat, which is basically what you do in the rest of Lahore as well, which is what you do in the rest of Pakistan as well. So I think I've yapped enough about the exterior. Let me now talk about the interior of this place. As soon as you step in, the vibe is completely different. It's no longer pretentious, it's warm, it's homely. It's the kind of classic Chinese restaurant vibe that just puts you at ease. It was packed with people, it smelled amazing, and instantly I just felt comforted. Here's what we ended up with on our table, and trust me, please pay attention because these names are confusing. First up, the braised beef noodle soup, then the dumplings, followed by the braised beef stir fry, followed by my fried noodles with beef, and finally stir fried beef noodles with green onion. Yes, that's a lot of beef and noodles, and it's very easy to get them mixed up. So pay attention when I'm going to give my thoughts one by one. First up, the braised beef noodle soup. My elder brother ordered this. Unlike a regular clear beef noodle soup, this one was spicy. It was aromatic. The broth, unlike what you get in a regular beef noodle soup, it wasn't clear. It was a red spicy broth, similar to what you get for a hot pot. It was full of Szechuan peppercorns. The flavor profile was completely different. It was very comforting, especially if you've got a sore throat. It was a solid 8.5 out of 10, maybe 9 for some people. Next up were the dumplings. Now, I've had dumplings at 3 other Lanzhou style restaurants in Islamabad, and they're always very tender, they're always very flavorful, and they're usually made with beef. These were no different. They came with the spicy dipping sauce. But most importantly, these did not fall apart when I picked them up with a fork. I'm very clumsy with chopsticks, so this was a huge win. The flavor was consistent with other dumplings that I've had at Lanzhou style restaurants, but the texture, I will give them an extra point because they did not fall apart. These were an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Next up was the braised beef stir fry. Not to be confused with the braised beef noodle soup. This one comes with chunks of beef, some vegetables, and potatoes. The noodles were served separately. They were thick and flat, kind of like pappardelle, which is an Italian pasta. You're meant to put the gravy on top of the noodles, but we ended up putting the noodles on top of the gravy because it was less messy that way. Texture-wise, I think the noodles paired really well with these chunks of beef, but flavor-wise, I didn't really love this dish. I'm very curious to see what potato in Chinese tastes like. I've never had potatoes in Chinese food. The potatoes made it feel a bit like aloo gosht with noodles, which wasn't my thing. I would give this a 5 out of 10. Definitely not something I would order again. Up next were the fried noodles with beef. This is something I ordered. I was expecting a chow mein style vibe, but this was different. Unfortunately, it was a bit dry and flavor-wise, it was underwhelming. Usually, I like to pick a dish that everyone loves, but this one, which I ordered, it didn't really win hearts, and I was very sad because I'm a very competitive person and no one at the table liked this. I would give this a 5 out of 10. So far, 2 dishes were really good and 2 were kind of average. A mixed bag so far, but we still had 1 dish left to surprise us. Lastly, we had the star of the night, which was the stir-fried beef noodles with green onion. This was something my younger brother ordered. Normally he leaves the ordering to me, but this time he ordered himself. This was very tender beef, stir-fried with some green onions and a little bit of vegetables. It was very savory, not very spicy. There was a little bit of spice in there, sure, but it wasn't the kind of spice that the braised beef noodle soup had initially. Honestly, this dish was a 10 out of 10. It was an absolute winner. Everybody on the table loved it. Make sure you get the dishes names right because they're all very confusing. They're all beef and noodles and stir fry. So make sure you get this one right if you ever visit this place. It's the stir fried beef noodles with green onion. So guys, if you happen to visit China Lanzhou Beef, that's the name of the restaurant, it's China Lanzhou. Take your time with the menu. The names are very confusing, but each dish brings something unique. Overall, it was a very good experience. The 2 dishes I didn't like, I would say that was mainly due to the fact that they weren't spicy, and if you happen to go there and you're someone who doesn't like spicy food, maybe you could try those. And that's a wrap on Lanzhou Beef Noodles in Fairways Commercial Defence Raya something Phase 6. It was actually way better than the Islamabad one, so I was quite surprised कि वो जो claim थी लोगों की कि ये वाला ज़्यादा अच्छा है वो actually true है. Today I have no idea मैं क्या खाने लगी हूँ. I'm just going to discuss with my brother कि आज हम क्या खाएं. I've had Chinese, I've had Desi Chinese, I've had Chinese Chinese, and I've had Italian. Today I'm feeling desi. I'm feeling like eating something desi, so I'm just going to brainstorm with my brother कि आज मैं क्या खाऊंगी. And to see what I finally ended up going and having today, you can check out this video right here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Lanzhou noodles. Lanzhou noodles, DHA Phase 6 Raya, Lanzhou Beef, Defence Raya, Fairways Commercial Phase 6. I don't know, I'm butchering the location slash.